Welcome back, everyone. Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about how to format these columns to actually look like what we want to do. So first things first, we need to talk about two attribute properties here, and the first one is cell padding, and I'm just going to make that equal to 10 right now, and also cell spacing. And I'm going to make that equal to 10 as well. So as you can see, the padding, it gave a little bit. If we increase that, it gives the padding around the text here, right? And frankly, 10 is good enough, and we might actually even make it 5. So 5 is actually pretty good, and the cell spacing is how much space is around. Now, again, if we put in a break here, that spacing is going to be around pretty much everywhere. So that's the one thing we need to do. The next thing we need to do is we need to check the width of these columns here. So there's two options. One thing we're going to do is we're going to go right to this TD style here, and we're going to type in width equals, and I'm just going to type in, now we can actually type in something like 30%. So 30% is going to be that width, right? So that's going to be 30%, and actually let's make it 10% because we'll actually see the difference. So that is 10% of the entire width of the table. Now, it's good to do that sometimes, but for the most part, let's actually set in some fixed pixels at this point. So in this case, let's make it 200. Actually, 200 seems a little bit much, so maybe 150. Now, I'm recording this on a laptop, and a lot of people use this laptop setting as well. So this one's a good, if you're on a laptop like a MacBook Pro and you have this this aspect ratio of what you're seeing your video in, that is a very good measure to see what most people are going to see. So on top of that, the width is going to be 150, and if we go to the TD style here on the bottom one, the maroon one, we're going to go width is going to be equal to 150 as well. And as you can see, automatically the middle column all of a sudden is just bigger. Okay, now the cell spacing is a little bit much, so we're going to go right down to, let's say, 3, because I do, or maybe 5, I do want a little bit of space in between the middle column and each of the right and left column. And lastly, the one thing we're going to do is make this 98% or even 99%, just basically under 100%. And you'll find out that when you're playing with style, you'll actually end up playing with the values a lot, and you actually won't be typing a lot. You'll just be playing with, oh, should this be 99? Should this be 89? Should this be 50? You can go around and play with that. And the more you play with it, the more you start to understand what each of these comments and each one of these pieces of code does. I'll see you guys in the next